Here's your reminder that now is the time to get your tickets to this year's 2023 KSAT Pigskin Classic. One of high school football's biggest events is even bigger than last year because we've added a whole extra night of football.
Yep, the two-day event starts with one game on Friday, August 25th, and 3 games on Saturday, August 26th. Tickets are now on sale. If you're a KSAT insider, you can get the VIP experience with the best seats in the house and a chance to hang out with us. Just scan this QR code on your screen for more information or just head to ksat.com. Roaches and dirty conditions lead to re-inspections for a local coffee shop and convenience store with a history of low scores.
And it's not the first time I've reported on some of the problems behind their kitchen doors.
Picnic Foods, located in the 1200 block of South General McMullen, had their June inspection score of 81 posted right on their front door. It was a 2-point drop from the 83 they had when they were on BKD back in January. This time, there was a roach in a cooler on the service line as well as many flies in the business. That roach came in contact with ready-to-eat lettuce and cut tomatoes. The pickle tongs were rusty, the ice scoop found on top of the dirty ice machine, and the ice bucket was broken and cracked. The inside of the ice machine had a pink and black mold-like substance growing on the walls. They also needed to clean up grease that was caked on the floors, equipment, and walls. A re-inspection was ordered. Lucy's Cafe in the 500 block of West Mitchell Street earned an 82. Some foods were found held at improper temperatures. A bag of chili powder had live weevils, while a bag of dried shrimp had ants. Small live roaches were also spotted near a sink. Metal racks in a refrigerator had peeling paint, and they needed to do a thorough cleaning. They were given 10 days to make corrections before a re-inspection. Jim's Restaurant, located at the corner of Culebra and Loop 1604, earned an 86 and a re-inspection. This is the third time the business has been on BKD. Raw chicken in a cooler was too warm. It was moved to a working cooler. There were live roaches along the cooking line and in a non-working cooler. The business told to intensify cleaning efforts to remove food and grease buildup on the walls, floors, and ceilings. They were also told to stop storing employee hats on top of clean plates. From behind the kitchen door, Tim Gerber, KSAT 12 News.
Put your hats on the plates. Happening around America, a Pittsburgh neighborhood is in ruin after a home exploded this morning. Take a look. Investigators say that explosion flattened one home, and then the flames from that blast destroyed 2 nearby houses as well. At least a dozen more homes in the neighborhood, all dealing with some sort of damage. Several people were sent to the hospital after the blast. First responders still digging through the debris, trying to find 3 unaccounted for people.
Well, the Food and Drug Administration is issuing a warning about tests for pregnancy, ovulation, UTIs, and other conditions. The manufacturer, Universal Meditech Incorporated, has stopped all operations and is no longer providing support for the tests. The company has recalled tests from shelves, and the FDA is advising anyone with tests from that brand to throw them out because they are not effective. The tests were distributed under brand names such as AC&C, Healthy Wiser, Home Health US, and Prestige Biotech. Coming up next on the Nightbeat, a cemetery scattered with broken headstones and grave markers prompted police to investigate. They say there's no foul play, but one man we talked to says he's not buying it. Damaged and broken headstones scattered across a cemetery prompted police and city officials to investigate. That was at City Cemetery number 3 last week. Now the investigation is done and police believe there's no foul play involved. The night team's John Paul Barajas, though, has statements from the city and SAPD and spoke with the man that's questioning the results.
Well, what I'd like to say I can't say, but it's I think that's a bunch of baloney.
Broken headstones cover the ground of historic City Cemetery number 3 on the east side. Many are toppled over, like the one belonging to Ruben Lozano's great-grandfather. Others sliced in half or left in pieces. What was once a criminal mischief case is no longer being investigated. San Antonio police say there is no suspected foul play. Lozano disagrees.
I just think they need to do a little bit more homework and do some come out and check and see. Looks like they've been hit with something and they just snap.
San Antonio Parks and Recreation sent us this statement that reads in part, It is uncertain whether the headstone was intentionally pushed or if environmental factors over time caused the original bonding to deteriorate. Adding deterioration over time is a frequent issue in historic cemeteries.
The orientation on it.
Lozano admits maybe not all were vandalized.
Like this one here, you can see where the soil is eroding underneath. Down here
But he
for a while.
questions how natural causes can break only the top half of a headstone.
It just doesn't make sense to me. Somebody had to hit it.
As for his great-grandfather's marker, Lozano's photo shows it was standing upright about 3 months ago.
Which way is this one going to fall if it comes off the face down, right? Which way is that one sitting?
It's all twisted around.
Right. Nah, I don't buy it.
Lozano hopes to fix it, but with so much history in one place, with headstones dating back to the 1800s and 1900s,
Just breaks my heart when I see it.
he hopes SAPD and the city reconsider their decision.
Since it's considered a historical area, I'd like to see more repairs being done. If they're trying to preserve history, well, there's an opportunity here.
And that was John Paul Barajas reporting. City Parks and Rec says they'll get Lozano in touch with the Office of Historic Preservation to help reset the headstone, which Lozano says would likely cost him around $800 if he had to do it alone. The city also says they perform standard maintenance services like mowing and litter pickup, and that the department's responsibility is to ensure the cemetery's condition does not create or cause any public safety issues.
All right, let's go back outside with live cam here tonight. Temperature still hovering close to that 90-degree mark, starting to see that drop off into the upper 80s. All right, I know over the past several weeks we have just thrown a lot of heat stats at you, but what else is there to talk about, right? Yes, today's high of 105 broke the record, but it also makes for the 9th day in a row that we have at least tied or broken the existing record high. We started this streak back on August 4th. Now, the good news is tomorrow we should break that streak. We've got a forecast high of 104. The record is 106, but it is still going to be plenty hot over the next several days. We do have that isolated chance for a shower on Tuesday. So we'll talk about that in just a second, as well as the peak of the Perseid meteor shower, which occurs overnight. We'll get you the best time frame to maybe step outside and view a few meteors coming up in a few.
You get a broken record. You get a broken record. Everybody gets a broken record.
We
we're doing
sound
here.
like a broken record
Yes, we
talking
do.
about broken records.
But you are talking about something really cool, too.
Yes.
today.
Yes,
Okay,
There's something neat to see in the sky.
There definitely is, especially if you get out generally before 3 o'clock in the morning, I think, because then we're going to start to see some clouds build back in. So check out this photo that was sent in from our friend Skywatcher. This was taken very early this morning before the sun came up. You can see the caption there. Not exactly the best conditions to view shooting stars. I'll try again later tonight. That's because we've seen building humidity through the overnight hours, and when we see that, we start to see some of the cloud cover build back in, especially right before sunrise. Okay, so here's the thing. The Perseid meteor shower. This is one of the better known meteor showers that folks in the northern hemisphere can typically tap into and at least view. It peaks tonight and early tomorrow morning. So here's the best bet. If you do want to step outside, test your luck to see if you can find a few shooting stars out there, you're going to want to look to the northeast, generally in the time frame between midnight and 3 o'clock in the morning, because then after that, I think we're going to start to see some of those clouds build back in. It's best to find a dark viewing spot away from the bright city lights, and also a spot that's not really obstructed by a lot of trees and a lot of tall buildings and structures. Sky gazers have actually seen up to 90 meteors an hour under dark skies in the past with this meteor shower. The good news is the moon phase, it's a waning crescent, so that's good for viewing. It's only about 10% illuminated, so the sky is going to be relatively darker as long as you can get out there before some of those clouds build back in. So good luck if you do decide to step outside very early in the morning. Again, here's a look at your Sunday. We're going to start off near about 80 degrees, and then the morning clouds are quickly going to burn off. very similar to what we saw out there earlier this morning. 94 at noon, 104 is that forecast high, and then still hot by about 7 to 8 o'clock, starting to see those temperatures fall into the 90s. And again, it will be breezy. Winds out of the south 10 to 15, gusting upwards of about 20 to 25 miles per hour. And of course, our heat high, it is still with us in some capacity over the next several days. So this is what we've got for you. More daily chances to climb into the triple digits. Yes, some more records expected to be tied or broken in the week ahead. So here is your Sunday afternoon. 104 in town, 105 in Pleasanton, 107 that forecast high in Cotulla, stretching over to Carrizo Springs, 106 in Del Rio. And also what we've seen the past several days, yes, the humidity builds overnight, but into the afternoon, those dew points drop off just a bit more. So that helps with the heat index value. Doesn't make it feel as awful out there during the hottest part of the day. But what that's not good for is the fire danger. Lower afternoon humidity, combine that with the dry grasses and the vegetation in place, and those breezy south winds picking back up, it's still going to be elevated throughout the day tomorrow. We've got those red flag warnings in effect, so just something to keep in mind for the back half of the weekend's plans. All those fire safety tips, a good thing to remember. And as that high pressure system moves ever so slightly west, especially on Tuesday, it is possible that we find an isolated shower or a storm. It's not going to be for everybody. Cautious optimism, but at least it's something that we'll be keeping tabs on for maybe a few lucky select folks into early next week, guys.
At this point, I feel like if anyone wins, we all win.
So true.
I just want somebody to get rain.
Rooting for those 5 raindrops to hit you.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mia.
All right, football is back. It's fake football. It's meaningless football, but football is back on our television. That's a good thing.
Fake football, I like that. It is meaningful, like you said. And Deuce Vaughn and the Cowboys challenging the Jaguars in their NFL preseason debut. Plus, SAFC is in action against New Mexico United coming up after the break.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
The Cowboys' young studs put on a show in Dallas's preseason debut against Jacksonville. Rookie running back Deuce Vaughn, standing at 5'5", made plays, racking up 56 total yards along with a touchdown. DeMarvion Overshown also turning heads. He had a couple clutch stops. And let's take a look at the scoreboard. Dallas falls 28-23. Still a productive day overall, though. Next up for the Cowboys is Seattle. The Texans led off week 1 of the preseason, scoring 3 touchdowns in a win over New England. One of the big storylines from that game on Thursday was rookie wideout Tank Dell. Dell finished with 5 catches for 65 yards and a touchdown. You're looking at the TD. Splendid recovery. He eventually hauls in the pass from Davis Mills. He now has everyone's attention.
He's electric. He's always open. He's been open in training camp a lot. Right? He's precise with his route running. It was fun to see him in the run game. Right, his intent when he was going to block right safeties or corners. Right, his intent. It was really fun to see Tank, just to see him in that moment and to see the moment not be too big for him.
Next chance to see Dells and the rest of the squad is in a week at home against the Dolphins. San Antonio FC and its relentless attack are battling New Mexico United tonight. SAFC entered the match in second place in the USL Western Conference. The club had previously given up the first goal in its last 4 matches, still winning 3 of the 4, but not the case tonight. Here's a look at the final. San Antonio earns the clean sheet, defeating New Mexico United 3-0. SAFC on a 3-game win streak.
We know they can keep it up.
Oh, yeah.
They're good enough.
3-0.
3-0.
3-0.
That's how you say it, Tim. We're teaching Tim about soccer or football.
Thanks, Mary.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
As we get ready for back to school, KSAT hosted a town hall event to help answer all those questions parents, students, and even some of the school staff may have going into the new school year.
And while many parents keep in contact with their child's teacher, another great resource is the school counselor. Dr. Melanie Morgan, a counselor at Southside ISD, goes over the benefits of parents creating a connection to help their child succeed even beyond the classroom walls.
And then we're able to meet with them, have them come in and meet with us. We can teach them the same coping strategies or skills that we're teaching to their kids, teach them so that they can do the same things with their children at home as well.
If you'd like to hear more about creating these connections or how different schools around the Alamo City are keeping students safe this year, you can watch that town hall live stream right now on ksat.com.
All right, archaeologists have uncovered the lost remains of a village outside of Mexico City, and based on the ceramics found there, you see some of the stuff there, around that site, experts date the village to around, get this, 450 to 650 AD.
Unbelievable. According to Mexico's National Institute of History and Anthropology, several remnants of buildings were found within the settlement. Archaeologists believe the village may have housed a community of fishermen and gatherers as well as artisans. Look at that. That's incredible.
Stuff looks amazingly good condition.
Yes. Well preserved.
Very well preserved.
Yep. All right. So let's send things back outside because it's a little bit windy. Like what we've seen over the past several evenings after the sun goes down, those temperatures drop off pretty dramatically, and that helps those winds crank back up. So yeah, for folks that were out and about for Saturday night plans, seeing some wind gusts generally upwards of about 20 to 25 miles per hour in and around San Antonio. And speaking of those temperatures, here's where we are right now. We are in the upper 80s and a few low 90s out there, 88 over at SA International, 88 in Canyon Lake, as well as the south side Stinson, 89 in Divine, 93 still out west in Uvalde. Now I do think for most of us as we head into the overnight hours, yes, we'll start to see some of the cloud cover build back in, especially by sunrise. And we'll start off in the upper 70s and right around that 80-degree mark here in town. Those clouds will start to burn off, though, throughout the first half of the day. By 11 a.m., our temperature already climbing to 90 degrees, 97 by 1 p.m., forecast high of 104, especially by 5 o'clock, the peak heating time of the day. So 104 in Castroville, 102 in Comfort, 105 possible in Bandera, 105 as well out east in New Braunfels, stretching over to Nixon for your Sunday afternoon. Now, we've been talking about that high pressure system, how it's still not going anywhere for the most part over the next several days, which is why temperatures are still going to stay elevated in the triple digits. But you can see by Monday and Tuesday, the center of that high pressure system moves farther west, and that could leave just enough room for a weak frontal boundary to move into the Lone Star State. And when the lift from that boundary combined with the moisture in place, sure, it's possible that we see an isolated shower or storm. Again, it's not going to be for everybody, but we'll see what we can find. Anything definitely helps. It has been more than 700 days since the entire KSAT 12 viewing area was considered drought-free. That was early September of 2021, nearing 2 years there. So, of course, with the dry conditions in place, fire danger is going to be elevated at times still over the next week or so. So just something to keep in the back of your mind. All those fire safety tips, very important. And until then, just stay hydrated and be careful because those triple digits are not going anywhere, at least over the next 7 days.
Well, we reached the halfway point of August this week, so we got that going.
There's that. Okay, there we go, Tim.
Whee! Have a good night.
Thanks so much for watching.
Cool.
We'll see you tomorrow for some more positive outlooks on the weather.